Alright, everyone. My name's Sarah James Taylor, and this is a preview of this week's games for the Oklahoma women's side of college basketball. Sherry's girls have a 3-game stint this week. Sunday, Wednesday, and then Saturday. First, the Sunday game will be Bedlam on their side. The men swept Bedlam last week, Saturday, in Stillwater. OSU trying to do this, the OU ladies trying to do the same thing against OSU in Stillwater in women's ball. The Cal girls of 2012-2013 went 17-14 last year. James Little is in his third year with Oklahoma State. He was the interim coach in 2011 and is now the head coach to present. In the 2 previous years, he has a 43 wins with just 22 losses. Winning percentage of 0.622. The Cowgirls lost in the second round of the NC2As to the Duke Blue Devils, 59-68 in the tournament. Leading returning scorers for OSU, number 4, Liz Donahoe, and number 3, Tiffany Bias. Donahoe, number 4, last season for the Pokes, she averaged 15 points per ball game, while averaging 2.55 assists per ball game and 6.21 rebounds per ball game for the Cowgirls. While Tiffany Bias averaged 12.03 points per ball game, while averaging 6.55 assists and 3.24 rebounds per ball game last year for the Cowgirls. On the OU's side, the Sooners of 2012-2013 finished 24-11. Losing in the Sweet 16 round of the NC2As to Tennessee, 74-59. Sherry Cole is in her 18th year at Oklahoma. In the 17 years previous, she has 381 wins to match 179 losses. Winning percentage of 0.680. She has spent all her time at Oklahoma. The returning leading scorers for the teams: number 3, Erin Ellenberg, and number 4, Nicole Griffin. First of all, number 3, Erin Ellenberg. She averaged 18.69 points per ball game last year for the Sooners, while averaging right at 2.00 assists per ball game and 3.34 rebounds per ball game last year for the Sooners. While Nicole Griffin, she averaged 11.26 points per ball game, while averaging 0.91 assists per ball game and 4.89 rebounds per ball game last year for the Sooners. The mid-game is the pink out. Oklahoma, Texas, the Red River rivalry reaches to the girls' side. The Longhorns, 2012-2013, went 12-18 last year under the leadership of Karen Aston in her second year at Texas. She's also been at Charlotte from 07 to 2011. She was at North Texas State from 2011 to 2012. And then 2012 to present, she's been at Texas. That's 6 years. That's 6 years overall. In those 6 years, she has 413 wins to 81 losses, or 113 wins to 81 losses. Winning percentage of 0.582. And their last game last year was played in the Big 12 tournament against Kansas State, where they lost 51-49. The leading scorers for the Longhorns: number 24, Chastity Fussell, and number 3, Inuka Erekfipal. Cassidy Fussell averaged 14.15 points per ball game, while averaging 1.69 assists per ball game and 5.32 rebounds per ball game last year for the Sooners. While Nika, she averaged number 3, Nieka Anukapali, she averaged 13 points per ball game, while averaging 0.79 assists per ball game and 9.41 rebounds per ball game last year for the Longhorns. As far as the Oklahomans have for the Red River rivalry of 2012-2013, they went 24-11, losing in the Sweet 16 round of the NCAA tournament to Tennessee 74-59. Their head coach is Sherry Colt in her 18th season at Oklahoma in the 17 years previous. She averages 381 wins with 179 losses, winning percentage of 0.680, and she spent all her time at Oklahoma. The leading returning scorers for her Sooners this year, number 3, Aaron Ellenberg, and number 4, Nicole Griffin. Aaron Ellenberg, she averaged 18.69 points per ball game last year, while averaging 2.00 assists per ball game and 3.34 rebounds per ball game last year for the Sooners. While number 4, Nicole Griffin, last year, she averaged 11.26 points per ball game, 0.91 assists per ball game, and 4.89 rebounds per ball game last year for the Sooners. The Sooners will then have a Saturday matchup to match the Kansas State game for the men. The women will play Kansas. The Kansas Jayhawks, that is. The female Hawks of 2012-2013 went 20-14. Their head coach is Bonnie Hendrickson in her 9th season at KU. She was also been at Virginia Tech. She was there from 98 to 2004, and then Kansas from 04 to present. Winning percentage is at 0.616 in 9 years in her entering in the 8 years previous, averaging 316 total wins to 179 losses. Their last game last season came in the tournament. They lost to Notre Dame 93-63 in the NC2A tournament. The returning leading scorers for Kansas: number 15, Chelsea Gardner, and number 42, Natalie Knight. Chelsea Gardner last year, she averaged 9.74 points per ball game, while averaging 2.65 assists per ball game and 4.15 rebounds per ball game last year for the Jayhawks. While Natalie Knight, she averaged 8.32 points per ball game, 2.90 assists per ball game, and 2.90 rebounds per ball game last year for the Jayhawks. The Oklahoma half of the basketball court, 2012-2013, of course, they went 24-11, losing in the NCAA tournament in the Sweet 16 round to the University of Tennessee, 74-59. They are led by Sherry Cole in her 18th year at Oklahoma. In the 17 years previous, she has 381 wins to match 179 losses, winning percentage at 0.680. She spent all her time at Oklahoma. Leading scorers for Oklahoma are number 3, Aaron Ellenberg, and number 4, Nicole Griffin. Number 3, Aaron Ellenberg, she averaged 18.69 points per ball game last year, while averaging 2.00 assists per ball game and 3.34 rebounds per ball game last year for the Sooners. While number 4, Nicole Griffin, she averaged 11.26 points per ball game, while averaging 0.91 assists per ball game and 4.89 rebounds per ball game last year for the Sooners. So rivalry week takes place on the women's side. Bedlam, OU Texas, and then it finishes off in a non-rivalry game between Oklahoma and Kansas. Remember, find me on Facebook, Kerry James Taylor, or you can follow me on Twitter at SoonerFanOK. Thanks for watching, everyone. And as always, Boomer Sooner, everybody. Take care.